and so we really want to remind people to stay safe out there. I was really struggling to focus at the top. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is gonna be gnarly. I'm gonna be riding with my full face helmet on. I've got brand new shoes, brand new cleats. I even have a spare bike just in case I fall off a cliff or something like that. And I might need this because today is gonna be scary. My special guest is Steve van der Hoek. It's gonna be insane. Let's go.
Okay, so we got Remy showing up today. We're gonna go ride a bunch of the things that we did 3 years ago when we started our riding relationship off. It's gonna be like absolutely insane, super gnarly, definitely the gnarliest things that I've ever done. Everything is incredibly high consequence, scary, but we just wanna show like the bike preparation, the mental preparation, and then the confidence building required to hit a feature like that, or features like that. Starting off a little more chill, working up to the gnarliest. Yeah, hopefully along the way you can pick up a few features, or sorry, techniques that'll help you guys improve. It's gonna be crazy. I'm nervous.
Oh, long time no see.
3 years later, buddy.
3 years later, yeah. Actually, the first time I ever came here was with Steve, and Steve just had posted a video of him dropping into it instead of rolling like most people, and I was quite intimidated at first, and seeing him doing it so well, that definitely boosted my confidence a little, and then I gave a few tries and felt pretty good on it, but that was cool.
Yeah, it's so awesome. The nice thing now is like natural progression 3 years later. This will be the warm-up move for some of the things that come today. And for me, always like to start in something a little bit more chill, work my way up so we're feeling strong, our bikes are working, our minds are working, vibing off each other. So yeah, good start.
Because we have a long list of features for today, we're not gonna spend much time. 3 years ago, I actually gapped almost to the dirt, so past the last crack. It probably didn't look like much in video, but in person, it's quite a bigger gap. I won't do that today. I'll just stick to the normal gap, just so we can build confidence and move faster toward the rest.
Nice.
You go first?
Yeah, let's do it. Woo. Okay, a little warm up. Start the day.
You went to the bottom.
Interesting way to warm up.
It's the big old boat bike.
Pretty crazy progression since 3 years ago. Now you just roll in, send it to the bottom.
Trying to keep up to the young ones these days, man. Crazy kids like CJ.
Every kid out there does it now.
Nothing makes me happier though, dude. Like it's so sick to see. Make sure the arms work.
All men's warming up, yeah.
Yeah. I got to warm up these days.
I mean, I don't know, kind of thing that like started all this was like because I crashed and just had like I was riding at my best, Remy riding at his best, and I just had a big crash that came out of nowhere, and it just really gave a hard reset for my brain. Like it was hard to physically overcome, but mentally I just have a little bit harder time being a little older, like knocking that out of my brain, you know? Like before I hadn't had a big crash, and now I do, and even like things like this, I'm like, think about all the variables.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it goes. Like you can't progress, eventually you crash, and it's always going to be in your head. So you kind of learn to adapt.
So sick to see you back on the rig.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
I'll just go slower and pop.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, it's easier than it used to be. I'm gonna go bigger now. I'll go to the bottom now. I need to do that to warm up. It's so loose at the bottom. Nice. I actually made it to the bottom like last time.
You went huge.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get it. Yeah, buddy.
That was sick.
That was good.
Dude,
Yeah, buddy.
that was cool.
That was
Good way to start building confidence for what's next.
Absolutely. Like, yeah, I need that in the morning, or I need that for the first thing of the day, and always a little added pressure with you behind me. Yeah.
Everybody needs some warm up, so.
Yeah, nicely done, dude. I'm good for him. All right, next feature is this one's super cool. Actually, it has 2 ways of hitting it. Little roll pop over the root, precise tech run out. And then if you want to step it up to the next level, you got this big pre-hop from the top, which is probably about like 15 to 18 feet down, super precision landing. Excellent for that progression.
It's pretty funny because 3 years ago when I came, this was gnarly.
Yeah.
And this did not even exist. And
Yeah.
now you're jumping from here, which in camera might not look like a big difference.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is a 6 out of 10 difficulty and this is like 11 out of 10.
Totally. Technical run-in, pivot, release, like it kind of has all the perfect things you want for progressing throughout the day. I like this one. It scares me though. Like I'm scared of it.
I am scared as well. You're gonna go first for sure.
Yeah. Why? Warming up.
Yes, Steve.
Always nice to get the warm-ups.
Hell yeah, bro.
Okay, warm up line. Yeah, it's quite the impact already. So the bigger line is gonna be scary. Yeah, it was actually pretty smooth on the left hand side.
That was really smooth.
More
Super
precise,
smooth.
but are you doing the big one?
I think I'm gonna go for the big one. It feels good, and like I kind of chose my big bike today because it is just, sometimes you can get away with little mistakes.
Yeah, man.
Landings like that just feel good on a big bike. Like that was buttery smooth though. If you landed that from the top like you did on that, it'd be nothing for you.
Well, I'll try. Don't think I have a choice anyway.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea to clean up that landing, eh?
Safety first.
Hell yeah, Steve.
So much.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, that is the best I've hit it so far.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I actually finally greased it.
Greased it with such great amplitude, man.
That felt really good.
Looked really good.
Yeah. No impact that time.
That was impressive.
Thanks, man. Hey, every time I get to hear those words, warms my heart. That felt like, dude, I pushed hard, popped big, and it just perfectly got the tranny on that. Yay!
That's like this. It's like so freaking easy.
Oh, whenever first go, and like, But it goes, the stuff that looks easy and rides easy, it's just sometimes it's a bit of a
No, but I
mind
really
game.
had struggled to focus.
Right.
You know, I've done so many run-ins and like my brain would go blurry. I was really struggling to visualize myself landing it smooth. I knew I was gonna land on the right spot, but I expected the impact to be so much bigger.
Yeah.
My brain would go blurry as like fear, you know?
You know what though? On that note, as we were talking about before, that is, I think, a good indicator sometimes. If you can't like push the blur out and actually focus, it's a good idea to just not do it. Like if you're going to the edge of the thing and you're reserved and you're terrified and you just don't want to let it go, in my opinion, that's when you should just save it for another day, because there's the reason why that's happening. Great talking point. Great talking point. But actually though, that is everyone I'm coaching. I'm telling them that. Oh, you're still filming? Oh no.
Filming everything.
That was smoother and easier than I expected, but for some reason the mental was not 100% on this one.
Well, that was just typical you. Like you pocketed that so nicely. Whoa.
I know,
Need some
but
rain.
like I was really struggling to focus at the top.
Happens. That was nice though. Could not have done it better. Oh,
You.
that was good.
No, that was perfect.
Yeah, little Remy Stees on that.
Took me a few tries, but it's a good way for me to build the confidence for what's next. Because I know what's next, and it's scary.
Next is more than twice the size. That was awesome. Super smooth.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Before we move on to the third feature of the day, and probably one of the gnarliest one out there, a quick shout out to E13 who sponsors that video. They supply me with my wheels. So those are the E13 LG1R EN carbon wheels. I use them on every single trail bike I have. Extremely reliable, light, great performance. I also use their valves, sealant, cassette. That's a 945 Elixir R. And that all new chain guide, so check it out. And now let's go back to riding. Over 20 feet. I've actually done it 2 years ago with Steve and Johan. But at the time there used to be a case pad. So now it's bigger, gnarlier, scarier. But there's one message that we really want to share is when Steve and I are gonna be at the top of that, we are not doing it by accident. We are not gonna do it if we are not 100% confident. So every single decision we make is based on being prepared, being confident, and assessing the risk. So we really want to encourage people to do the same work. Check out every single step before you do a sand, making sure that the mental is good, the body is good, the confidence is good, the skill, have like a good, assessment of your own skill, because that's obviously extremely important. That bike setup, every single box is checked, so you can go off that and feel confident and have a smooth outcome. With the bikes being better and better, the features being bigger, everything pushes people towards more crashes and gnarlier crashes, and so we really want to remind people to stay safe out there and send it the safest way possible.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Like I'm doing a lot of coaching and mentoring these days, and that's just what I emphasize. It's just, we know we have a skill. I've done it before. You've done it. We know we're good. But I don't go off of things until I'm ready and I want to go off of it. So if I feel like I want to go off, I'm going. And that's pretty much it. So let's have a look from the top.
Let's do it.
It's so blind. Like it's so hard to get a good idea of what you have to do on this feature.
Just looks like a cliff from here.
Yeah, it does. But that being said, when we did it last, even though there was a case pad, all this was wet.
Yeah, true.
And for me, like what was challenging was to know that it was an off camber. You had to manage an off camber, brake a little bit, then do a pop. And obviously with this much consequences, you don't want to mess it up. But now it's dry, so I feel like all I have to focus on is really my pull and make sure that I land on the right spot.
What line are you going to take here? Are you going to hug left more like I do, or are you going to trend more inwards? Because last time you did it, you actually went straighter and it looked pretty good, but I've always tended to go a little more left.
Yeah, but last time there used to be the case pad.
Yeah.
The case pad is no longer there, so I might go left, and if I feel like I'm going a bit slow, then I'll peel to the right.
Yeah, nice.
Because if I go to the right and I go a bit fast or a bit slow, I can't really adjust anymore.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's a gnarly one. This is, like I said, there's no, you can do as many run-ins as you want, but at
You
some
can't
point,
really do a run-in.
at some point,
Because the running stops here,
yeah,
but the speed, you can actually come to a dead stop here. You take the speed from here to there, and you can't actually practice that.
no, it's, and that's why, like you said, we trust that we can do it, and we know we can do it, but at some point, you just got to put that full confidence in yourself.
But like knowing that we can do that comes from experience on different features.
Yeah.
It's not just being like cocky and, oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. No, I feel pretty good, man. Like today's progression's been pretty awesome. Like we strategically picked things that are a little more chill but similar, like downhill pulls, big drops, all amounts to doing this, and that's a great way to open up new features. Like if you have a feature that you want to do, that's like start from the basics, build up, do it all the same day, rather than just going for that big thing right off the bat. That's my opinion.
You do it?
Let's do it, buddy.
You.
Oh my goodness.
That was sick.
Oh, it's so gnarly.
Steve, you went huge. Wow.
That was sick.
Oh, it's so gnarly.
Dude,
It's the only way to do it. Oh my god, that's so gnarly, dude.
you animal.
Just the run out is so savage.
Okay, first time doing spicy fly with no case pad.
That was so good, dude.
Yes, buddy.
I went slow, eh?
Yeah, but when you go slower, you pop and you go further than I did.
No, I did it perfect, but I couldn't go any slower than this. As I came in, I was like, I'm going too slow.
No, that was really good, man. Like you came in with like no hesitation, just in.
Well, that's the trail
perfect
bike,
preload. It's really.
so I didn't want to go too flat.
That's
like you
why
did.
I brought the downhill bike, because I can make stupid decisions.
I mean, I blame it on the bike, but most honestly, it's the size of my biceps is not nearly as big as Steve, so.
No, that was awesome, man. It's cool for me to, I don't know whoever built this thing, but it was cool to see someone else hit it from the bottom. Like that was super sick, man. So cool.
Thank you. Sick. I'm gonna do it again, because, you know.
I feel like my ankles and these super huge biceps, I don't want to, I'm happy with one today. They're not huge.
They're pretty big still. Yeah.
Attempt number 2 of spicy fly.
Oh my god.
You.
Wow.
Wow, that's what she said.
That was. Dude, there was a little babunk noise. Holy shit, dude. Oh, that was huge. Okay.
Oh, is that the double drop?
It's a little double drop option. The Storm ripped out the old line, put in kind of this cool line I put in, usually a shoot to a drop, but there is a super tech option where you can kind of pull off that little nose there. Like super precise, pretty spooky. And I don't think you've done it yet?
No.
Yeah, it's
no.
cool. Let's have a look.
Yeah, for sure.
So optional double drop. Normal lines right there, down the chute, drop through goalpost trees, or you can kind of track stand off, pull off the nose here, land on something that's like half a bike length long, compose again, and then through the goalpost trees. Pretty check, and like not something I do all the time just because it's pretty chill, but could be bad if you screwed it up.
Feeling it right now?
I feel good. Yeah, like today's been sick. We've hit a bunch of things, and yeah, nice warm-up run in. I feel good.
Steve, first attempt.
So loose right now.
That's crazy. Okay, not bad.
Nice, buddy.
Yeah, I went
that?
really slow.
Yeah, it's
First time doing it, you know, I just want to make sure that I've got a perfect understanding of the line before
totally.
carrying speed.
I think the mistake on that would be to think that you actually have to pull
No,
further, but like our wheels can, they're big 29ers, they can take that.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was
Sweet.
buttery smooth.
On to the next one.
On to the next one.
Oh yeah, remember this guy.
Yeah, another little weird optional thing I put in. It's like kind of exactly your style, like super slow, like great speed control. If you went too fast, it could blow up, but should be good. So maybe super dry out, but it's the complete opposite of tacky. It is super slippery. So it's gonna be really important on this one to go as slow as you can off this rock, land on the other rock, and not like fight the urge to go too fast and fall too deep and explode. Like most things today. So slow as I can off this. Don't want to wash the front end.
Naughty. Slow and controlled.
That was perfect. Yeah, it like all those things. Like you got good braking control and you take your time. It goes so well.
Yeah, I think taking my time is definitely like an advice that I encourage anybody to do. It's like take your time. If you don't feel it, move on, come back. But by taking your time, that allows you to make the best choices for how you're gonna ride a feature. So,
And I don't know if you think the same thing, but I see a lot of people, they don't trust their brakes as long as they can. Like something like that, you see some people just let the brakes go and then that's where they explode. But learning that how far you can trust your tires and your brakes on stuff like that.
for
is-
sure, and that comes with practicing. So,
Exactly. All right, dude. Final feature of the day, the big one. We got a super steep rock face, mandatory gap, super sniper, off camber, uneven, with a nice 100-foot cliff on the side, full exposure if you screw up. How do you feel about this one?
well, how do you feel?
Like, to be perfectly honest with you, after I crashed last year, I said I wouldn't ride it again. So I've like overcome that hurdle, did it again for Dirt Diaries. I'm a bit tired right now, even though we've had like an insane day of riding. I'm on the fence right now. I'm not totally sure. So if you're feeling confident,
I'm feeling good.
maybe grab it.
I've done like a quick walk-in. Everything looks good to me. I'm gonna do it now that I feel good.
Nice. So. Yeah, I mean, he's got 100%. It's just hard for me because I have it in my head that I've crashed before, and sometimes that's just like hard to get out of my brain. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure.
Okay, drop. Slow and pop.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
My goodness.
That was sick, dude. Even still, like he looks in control the whole time, but the areas that you do skitter and catch traction are like, it's hilarious how if it didn't go that way, you would be so deleted because you're on the edge of a 100-foot cliff.
Yeah.
But like, obviously, chill and composed for him. How was that?
Scary, as you know.
Yeah, dude.
This one is always, I mean, last time I've done it was 3 years ago with you.
Yeah.
We actually got some raindrops, so we were rushing. But yeah, there's no amount of skills or confidence that can remove the fear factor on this one.
Totally.
That's a 100-foot cliff at the bottom. That's if you don't make the corner.
It's crazy to see like your braking control, but you were offloading and like releasing, braking, and catching where you needed to.
Yeah, I was trying to brake really hard when it's not off camber. So I was trying to push on my bike to like really create traction. And then when it's off camber, I was trying to just like remove the amount of weight on the bike to kind of like skip through that like rough and slippery stuff. But yeah, I mean, this time I had Dunhill casing tires, 3C grip of course, and a little bit less PSI than I normally run just to be safe on that.
Yeah, nice.
Are you gonna do it?
This is like actually kind of painful for me to say, but I think just like how this video, like what we've been talking about, for me personally, what I'm feeling is I just don't actually want to do it right now. So this has been a bit of an ongoing battle with me. Like I never had a problem with it before, but I had a huge crash. I just did it again for my Dirt Diaries video. And I think like I'm tired, the light's a little bit low, and I've already let like a few feelings of doubt creep into my mind. And I don't really want to go off it right now. Like watching you do that, I'm stoked on that, and I'm just fine saying today doesn't feel right for me. So yeah, not today. I think I'm good.
Normally, I'll let you open your feature first, but I could tell you were a bit nervous, and I was feeling very confident.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna do it, and maybe that's what you need to be like, yeah, I got it. But if you don't feel it, I think it's a way smarter move to.
And this day has been amazing, right? Like we've started low, we've done some big drops today, some gnarly stuff, we've pinned it down the trail, and I think like we've kind of been vibing off each other, and you could probably tell that I just wasn't ready. So I'm happy that you took it, and I feel like great about my decision because I'll do it another day.
Also, we are both better riders than we were 3 years ago.
Totally.
We've got better equipment as the bike have progressed and stuff. And we both did it 3 years ago, and today you're just not feeling it. But you're actually a better rider than you were.
Definitely.
So that shows people it's like, yeah, no matter how good you are, if you're not feeling it, don't do it.
And actually a huge point, just while we're talking about this, is if everyone in your group is doing it, you don't always have to do it.
No.
Like you've done it, I've done it multiple times. And I feel the drive to do it just because you did it, but really doesn't feel right. So I'm gonna call it today.
Smart move. Thanks a lot everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Hopefully we explained a little bit more of the process behind hitting this gnarly feature. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, like, comment. Shout out to E13 for sponsoring the video. And of course for Steve for guiding me through down those lines and always having a good time.
Cheers.
Let's get back home.
Thanks, man. Let's get out of here. You good?
I'm good.